What's up, guys? So, I wasn't going to initially make a video about this topic, but I've been seeing so many people um, talk about it, and I just figured I had to say something. So, this is the Battlefield 6 trailer that came out about a day ago, and essentially,
The world is a secret.
yeah, I mean, you got all these celebrities, Zac Efron, Jimmy Butler, the other two, and they all get blown up. And a bunch of people are trying to say Battlefield is showing that they are game centric. They're focused on real soldiers and grounding, and they're not going to have any of this fluff. And the reality is, I don't know where this comes from. Like, I'm going to be entirely serious with you guys. Battlefield, EA, they are not known for doing stuff like that. And what I mean by that is, like, EA, super greedy company, they're definitely going to have a battle pass in the game. They're definitely going to have $20 skin bundles, celebrity skin bundles, whatever the hell. This idea, this delusion that Battlefield players have that this isn't going to be in the game, and that cope that they try to sell themselves and they try to sell the Battlefield community is ridiculous. And people, they're taking shots at, they're taking shots at COD. Of course they're taking shots at COD. It's easy shots at COD. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. But the thing about that is, like, COD is way more successful than Battlefield is at the moment. And I just find it so stupid to be trying to do that. Because Battlefield has been chasing COD. They've been chasing COD's success for years at this point. I mean, ever since Battlefield came out, they always wanted to be like COD. Because COD was the successful first-person shooter, and Battlefield was a lot less successful than them. Especially in recent years, with 2042, Battlefield 5 being considered by EA themselves as a failure of a game. I think they would want to tone down on this, but whatever. I see a lot of people going, oh yeah, it's good. They're going for the jugular, sort of stuff like that. And I just don't understand it. Like, yet again, like I said, we know that they're going to have a battle pass in the game. They're going to have skins in the game. But more importantly, the thing I want to say is this. EA doesn't care. EA wants to sell the Zac Efron bundle for $20, right? They want to do what Call of Duty's doing because Call of Duty is raking in money hand over fist. People may not like it. People might say, well, I don't like that. I don't like this. I don't like that, whatever, right? Somebody out there clearly does, right? There's a ton of people who are buying it. They are making a ton of money. Like I said, money hand over fist. Easy money COD is making right now because people are buying that. And they wouldn't keep releasing it if people weren't buying it. My point is this. EA wants to be in a position where they are able to sell the Zac Efron and Jimmy Butler skin for $20. But they can't because it's not successful. So this idea of like, oh yeah, EA is getting rid of the fluff. They care about the integrity of the game. They don't. They don't give a shit about the integrity of the game. I can almost guarantee that they're going to be doing this stuff in a couple of months after the game comes out. I think, was the game come out October 10th, I think? Something like that. What they're going to do is they get everybody hyped for the game. Oh, no battle pass, no skin packs, whatever, blah, blah, blah. People pre-order it. People buy it. Peaks at like 1 million active players. And then in like 3 months, when it loses like 70 or 80, 90% of the players, because that's what happens in almost every game, then they release the battle pass and the skin packs. And they don't care if they lose more people because it's like 4 months after launch, right? Any additional people they get to buy that stuff is just is just profit at that point, right? Because obviously, if you have 1 million people that have already bought the game, it's not like you're going to sell the game to a bunch more people 9 months, like 3 or 4 months from now that don't know what Battlefield is, right? If they want the game, they already have the game. And then when it's like all the hype has died down, then you release the battle pass. And I know for a fact they're going to go back on all of this. And the funny thing is, like, people are comparing it to COD. Battlefield 6 already has skins in the game. They already have a premium skin bundle that you get when you pre-order the game. They already have battle pass skins in Battlefield 2042 that you earn in Battlefield 6. Here, I could like pull it up right now. Yeah, see, it's right here. That's not it exactly. Yeah, I mean, Tombstone pack pre-order, Battlefield Pro Battle Pass plus 25 tiers. So yeah, it's gonna have here's a here's a skin pack, here's a weapon pack, here's all the packs, right? I don't. Where does this? Where is? Yeah, see, here's all the stuff that you get when you get the deluxe edition, right? But tell me, people come out here and say that this is, yeah, this is super different. I mean, look at those skins that you get. How greedy of a company to already have skins and a battle pass in the pre-order. Oh, but not, no, not Battlefield 6. Yeah, you see all these skins, right? Yeah, you see these skins that you get in the battle pass that you get access to when you buy the premium edition. But no, that doesn't count. Come on, man, it's Battlefield. I don't get this cope that Battlefield players are trying to tell themselves, and oh, this is our year. You get this one guy on YouTube over here. Let's see if we can pull him up.
We at EA are
I don't I don't hate this guy, right? But some of his takes are so stupid. Um, but yeah, it's like he's like, oh yeah, we're giving gamers a true experience that they want. Battlefield doesn't give a shit. They would do the exact same thing that COD is doing, but they just can't get away with it because nobody is playing Battlefield games at the moment. So they cannot get away with that, and they can't sell that thing. They have a Battle Pass in 2042, and they have skin packs in 2042. Nobody buys them. As a matter of fact, they have them planned for Battlefield 6. I guess maybe he doesn't know that they're in Battlefield 6. I don't know. But the funny thing is, like, a couple months ago, back when like the Battlefield 6 hype was like super high and the beta was coming out and everybody was excited, he comes out and makes a video and says, "Oh, I'm just still waiting for EA to mess up." And then he like releases multiple videos after that being like, "Oh man, Battlefield 6 is finally listening to player bases, right? Or they're listening to player base, stripping down all this minimalist stuff, right?" They're not. They're not. I don't know where you're getting this from. I maybe you're just pulling it out of your ass. I don't get it. Wherever you're getting that from, I need you to fucking knock it off. I'm not gonna play his video. Obviously, I got this guy that's arguing with me over here. Got it on the side. But the delusion that people are having, like, we can probably look at the comments. See, this guy gets it. I don't think we might get that. It didn't say that in the video. Celebrity skins, the optional in-game purchase warning. Jimmy Butler's gun pack. Peak marketing. The cope that Battlefield players have given themselves about Battlefield 6 is delusional. And the funny thing is to take pot shots at COD, and people always say the COD cycle, this COD cycle. What is this? The fucking Battlefield cycle, right? And it's not even like I don't love skin packs at the end of the day, right? You want them, buy them. You don't want them, don't buy them. It's not really a big deal. I don't really care, right? Personally, no, I don't like the Nicki Minaj pack that's in COD. But at the end of the day, I don't give a shit. Like, I play Overwatch mostly, and they have $40, $50 skin packs. Clearly, they sell because I see a ton of people with them in game, right? And they're making money hand over fist on them. And a company like Rivals absolutely wants to have $40 or $50 packs. But then why don't they? Why don't they? Obviously, the first thing is that Overwatch can secure rights to companies like Nerf, Persona 5, and Rivals kind of just can't at the moment because it doesn't really have the traction. But the more important thing, and the second thing, is that they just clearly aren't selling over there. At one point, Rivals did have $20 or $30 skin packs, and they've kind of reduced the price on them, and that's because they're getting people to buy them, but not a lot of people. And that's the thing, is like, games want to do this. Another game, kind of a clear example, is EA's other game, Apex. Apex is super money hungry, super greedy type of game. Just showing that's Apex, I think, is what EA wants Battlefield 6 to be monetization wise, because that game has so much like monetization in it and so much money coming into it. And it's also a fairly popular game. But obviously they can't run the marketing on that. So they run the marketing on, we care about the game, we care about the integrity and the realism of the game, and they really just don't give a shit, and they're going to sell that stuff. Every single new game has some sort of skin bundle, skin pack, battle pass. There's not a single new game that doesn't have it, right? Overwatch 2 has it. Halo has it. Apex has it. Warzone has it, right? Any brand new live service game has it. And also those games are wildly successful. A lot of people, and I mean really need to stop saying this. A lot of people need to get the idea out of their mind where I don't like a game equals it is not successful. Just because you don't like playing Fortnite anymore does not mean that Fortnite is dead. And it does not mean that Fortnite is not popular. Fortnite still gets millions of players. Just because you stopped playing it, 4 or 5 years ago, doesn't mean that everybody stopped playing it 4 or 5 years ago. Same thing with COD. COD is still super successful. Way above Battlefield at the moment. Leaps and bounds. I'm sure that the game is going to sell a ton. It already got a ton of pre-orders. There's no doubt in my mind that it is going to be a successful launch. I can almost guarantee it. But it is just so stupid, delusional, and retarded and gullible for Battlefield fans to think that they aren't going to have this stuff in the game, or that EA DICE actually gives a shit about stuff like this. Like I said, if EA could get away with selling a $20 Zac Efron pack and a Jimmy Butler pack, they would do it. Hell, they probably still will do it. They probably will still try to do it. But the idea of like
Sound check. Okay, boys, we're here to do one thing. One thing.
Yeah, who gives a shit, man? They blew him up, right? Clearly they're for us, man, right? Yeah, clearly they give a shit. No, they don't care, man. They don't fucking give a shit. They're going to put that stuff in the game. So, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. See ya.